Check it out, people. All right. We got rear fiber optic sub-assembly. And we got front fiber optic sub-assembly. Simply? Oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Well, it looks like my plans for the next few days might have been modified now at this point. So I'm gonna start the journey of carefully tracking down. I think I'll do the rear first because it's only the three cables. Not too bad. The front is gonna be a little more of a bear because I have to untape a lot of this stuff. I'll try to take you on the journey as much as I can, but yeah, here we go. Okay, so I've unwrapped all the wiring down to the back of the cab. We've got the little cab light wires that peel off, and then we've got the fiber optics. And it's interesting because 3 of the fiber optics are yellow, so we've got other yellow wires that are actually wires, but we'll sort that out. The tricky part is going to be going through here, so I may have to pull this out. I'm going to go on the back of the car now underneath and see what's going on the other side of this. So I just yanked this grommet out, and I want to know what you guys think. I'm thinking maybe this car has newer wiring, because I mean, this looks like it's in really good shape. Even this grommet, does that look like 50 years old to you? I mean, maybe, but it's not, you know, it's still pliable. It's not all dried out. I know this car has a replacement rear end. At least I think it does. When I got it, it was completely different color, basically unpainted. So maybe it has new wires, but then why were the fiber optics destroyed unless somebody just didn't know what they were doing? Anyway, at this point, I have to pull these out of here. It's hard because I think they were wrapped first and then passed through here or something like that. But I gotta free this area and get this tape off so I can pull these fiber optic cables out and then somehow run the fiber optics back through that hole, which is gonna be hard, I think. But we'll see. Once I get the tape off, we'll see. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Well, I was unwrapping the wires going to the back of the car, and I think I found a spot where the fiber optic cable has a issue. You think? Look at that. That is shameful, you guys. Now, I don't know how many people have owned this car. I think just 2. But they had these fiber optics coming around and under that, which looks nasty. These, you know, of course, come over from the center console in back of the driver's seat. This brake is not where those turn that corner, but that's kind of extreme. Anyway, let's see what other surprises lie in wait. So I just have these clips, which I think I just have to pry these away and slip this out. I had to rip up this a little bit. It's okay, I'll tape it back. Back in here, it's kind of a hassle because I gotta reach in here. But I may not follow the same path. I wanna make the path in as gentle as possible. Certainly wanna avoid anything like this happening again. So I don't know if this is supposed to pass under here. It was going under that, you know, when I just pulled it out, but I think it'd be better just to run it in and then maybe just turn here and go gently down in back of here. I may even look into running these 3 in like their own little piece of rubber or something. But right now, I'm gonna pull these out the back. There it is. Old fiber optic. I found a couple more spots where there were breaks, in that. That's why none of it was working, and it was actually all in the cab area. So I think somebody was just rough. I took all of the tape off of the wiring all inside here, so there's no tape on any of this now. Sorry, the sun is trying to set in the opposite direction. So I think what I might do though is, instead of taping, and I don't know if you guys have any opinion on this, but I have some of that wire loom wrap stuff, not the rubber, not the plastic stuff, but the nice the sleeves, you know, you can just stick all the wires in. Is there any reason I shouldn't use that and I should do this old school electrical tape thing? I don't know, but I'm kind of leaning towards using some modern materials. All right, just to look at the difference between what came off the car and what you get in the set, at least from Lectric Limited, is the ends that go into the light housing. You've got these lenses, and I just pulled one apart. You got to get these if you don't have them, and then you can attach them. See, it's just like that. So this is the new one, and this is the original. The boot's a little shorter, but that doesn't matter. Alrighty, and then if you don't put the colored lenses on there, then when you go to install them and you look at them in your shifter plate, your shifter console area, they're going to be all white, right? Because all these are clear. So these three down here are clear. So if you want left tail lamp red, right tail lamp red, then you would get these colored bits. All right, and then unlike this one, it's kind of the opposite up here. These are all colored white, red, white, and blue. And those are for the various front lights. We'll get to that later. All right, but for now, I guess I'm going to be ordering these little, yeah, might as well order new ones. Those are pretty roached. Okay, moving on. First things first, let's check them. That is a thing of beauty right there, you guys. All right, the rear is good to go. I've got the new fiber optic cables. I've got them labeled, just driver side, passenger side, so I know what's what. And then I decided I'm gonna feed them through the little wall, the grommet opening. And what I did is I decided to just split this. I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference once it goes back in. What I did notice, I don't know if you guys can see inside there, but it looks like, and I don't know for sure, but it looks like it really was like molded into the tape, or like they had cloth tape in there, and it was stuck in there. So I don't know if they made it all together with the wires and then they shove it in there. It kind of seemed like that, or they put some bonding, some sort of glue, but this, I just kind of drilled this out and tried to clean it out a little bit to make a little more room. So I think we're good to go. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it's fine. So I'm gonna put the regular wires and the fiber optic through here. I'll put a little more electrical tape on there so that it's covered the entire way, but I'm gonna try to do that right now. All right, I wanna show you guys what you're dealing with. For the rear, we got these rubber connectors, grommets, whatever you want to call them. And this one, you can see the clear, there's a clear one inside this. And you can see that the top is broken off. So I need to buy that clear one. I'm going to reuse the two red ones for the taillights, because guess what? These, I just looked these up. These are like $9 each right now if you purchase them. So yeah, that's 18 bucks right there. And even these little guys, these are like $5-6 each. So I'm just gonna clean these up. They're fine. I'll just clean them up a little, or not. I mean, they work fine. So just know that if you guys are looking at a car and they don't have this stuff, believe it or not, yeah, you're looking at about $30-40 right here, just right there in parts. So for my car, I only need to buy one orange one and one clear, and that's it. So that's all I'm going to buy I'm just going to reuse this stuff, clean it up, polish it up. It'll be good. I just want to show you guys how long this is. So this is with the fiber optics basically in place in the back with some slack. I mean, they're not tight, and look how much extra. I'd say there's a couple feet, like this is a couple feet longer than it needs to be, but it's okay. What I'm going to do is I had some of this loom, I think that's what it's called, right? This protective sheath. I think it's going to be good for this. I'm going to try to run this through just in this area, because the original ones were all messed up right along here. So I want to give it a little extra chance for protection, you know, just, you know, protect those fiber optics. And I have this stuff, I got a bunch of it. So I'm going to run it through from around here. So it comes down and then it's going to go across and then out. Okay, I've got this loom, got the 3 fiber optics tucked inside, and this is going to come out somewhere over here. I'm not sure exactly where. And then it goes in these 2 clips. There's one there, there's one here. It goes in back of the seat. There's 2 clips back here. One of them's broken off. I don't think they're super necessary, but I may or may not use them. So I'm going to run this back here, and then I'm going to pick up the main harness that runs to the back right around here on the side, and I'll use some loom tape, and we'll get all of this together, and then I'm just going to slowly work it back. And then there might be some bits that have to go through the grommet. So I'll work that out as I get closer. And then of course it'll run here, and then it runs up over here. You can see here's one. And then here's another clip. So it runs through there, and then it runs down and makes a little turn before going through the firewall. Okay, well, probably not the prettiest wrap job ever, but it's done in the cab anyway. Let me show you what I'm using. I'm using this cloth type tape, and it's made for, it says, electrical wiring, and it's not electrical tape. And I did some research, and some of you probably know this, that you don't want to use electrical tape because it gets very gunky, and it will also deteriorate the stickiness, and then you end up with like a gunky, non-sticky mess. This stuff actually is very light. It has a very light bit of stickiness, and it's easy to unwrap, it's easy to tear. Seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to continue now in the back. Okay, so this is all wrapped. It's hard to see, but got that done. I want to show you guys the fiber optic. So on the driver's side, this is about how much I have hanging down. Plenty. I'd say more than a foot. And then for the license plate light, we've got about this much. Got it tied with the wires for the first part. So there's plenty to work with. And then on the passenger side, it's here. I have it wrapped a little bit, but you can see there's plenty to work with, maybe too much. And I'm thinking about putting the fiber optic in some sort of casing, maybe just a very small loom, just to protect it. It's kind of fragile. It seems fragile, but once it's connected and tucked up there, it'll be okay. So that's it. Here's my wrap job. There was something going on there where I had to, I don't know, it was like some splices or something. But here's what it looks like. I think it turned out okay. Nothing fancy, you know. I'm not trying to win any loom awards, but if you want to give me one, I'll take it. Anyway, that's it for now, I'm going to stop this video. Obviously, we'll get all this tucked up later. But that's the back. Fiber optics pretty much done for now.